Well, this here is the all-new Hyundai Venue. It's not completely all new, but of course it gets a big update in the front, and interiors also have been updated. Now, of course, you get a big grille up ahead, and it really is a massive grille. It really does eat up entire face of the car. The side profile, if you walk over here, you'll see this. Even these DRLs and indicator lamps are new. The side profile also now gets a completely new design for the alloy wheels, and of course 16-inch wheels, which previously came with the car, still there. The side more or less is the same. You still get these roof rails, which make this car look nice and posh. This, of course, is the top of the line SX version of the car, the SX O version. The back end is the business end, because you get completely redesigned tail lamps. You get this bar of light which connects them, and of course you also get a bumper which has a lot of plastic cladding in it, plastic inserts rather. What do you think of the looks? I think even though they're subtle, they definitely give it a mini CRETA look. And if you don't want to wait for the CRETA for 1 year, because that car has a waiting period of 6 months or 1 year depending on the variant, then you can definitely choose the new Venue. Anyways, let's jump inside, show you the interiors, and then tell you the other details about the car. My name is Ashish Masi. If you've come for the first time to this channel, please like, share and subscribe. Well, so I'm in the front seats now of the Hyundai Venue, the updated Venue, and I have to say that this car already had very plush interiors in terms of the quality, in terms of the build and the plastic materials. Everything was very good, and even this one is quite good. I think it's the best car in terms of the overall fit and finish inside the cabin, and it just feels very plush and nice to sit inside this car. The big difference, of course, now is that you get this beige color along with the black. Earlier it was all black, which made the cabin look and feel a little small. The seat fabric also is now in beige, so you definitely feel like it's a hairy place to be. Definitely gives you that sense of hairiness to the cabin. The other big change, of course, is that you get a lot of features now, some additional features which really make it feel very good. For example, the front seat now is electrically adjusted, which is great. You also get AC air purifier rather over here, which is very good, with AQI meter, and of course you get completely digital gauges now, which really look and feel very cool. I'll take the camera from my camera person now and show it to you. And over here you can see these gauges have been carried over from the, or borrowed rather, from the Carens, and they look really cool and definitely add a sense of relative poshness to the cabin. This touchscreen also is very good. It's always been a good touchscreen to operate, and this one again, it's got everything in it: maps, connected apps, great technology, Apple CarPlay and Auto, Valley mode, climate control you can use from here, and of course a lot of other features which really makes this car stand out from a sea of other cars out there. The front end of the cabin definitely deserves a very strong score of 10 out of 10. Let's jump in the back and see how good that really is. Welcome to the back seat now of the Hyundai Venue. Now, in terms of the knee room, it is at par with its other rivals in this segment. It's definitely ahead of the Kia Sonet, which really is the worst car for sheer space in the back, and at par with other rivals. You of course get AC vents at the back. You also get an AQI meter, and you of course, this is with the air purifier, and you also get 2 USB Type-C charging points. So that's something which is good about this car. Beige seats definitely make the cabin feel a little more airier than it is. And now the new thing is that you can adjust the backrest angle over here, so you can recline it a little bit further, and that makes you feel like inside a much roomier car than it already is. So that is something which is new. Also, what is new is that you can put your seat belt over here in this area, and that's something very good and thoughtful, because sometimes when you open up the back from here, the seat belt tends to go right behind it. So when you hook it up over there, it won't go into that area and it'll become less cumbersome. Overall, huge improvement, and I think the seats themselves are quite comfortable, so no reasons to complain about the back seat anymore of the Hyundai Venue. Now let's quickly check the boot and then drive this car around and take it out for a spin. Well, so let's quickly check the boot on this car. The boot is 350 liters officially, and it's quite nice and square, well designed as well. You can drop the backrest of the back seats down. There's a bit of a sill, but it's not too much, so you can easily heave in those big bags and boxes without any issue whatsoever. And if your mother-in-law is coming from the hills, she wants to stay with you 15 days, she gets 2 big bags, then the boot is quite sufficient. If of course she gets more stuff and she wants to stay for 1 full month, you'll have to ask her to get an Innova as well, from the airport or from railway station wherever she's coming. Well, so here I am driving the Hyundai Venue now, and this car that I'm driving at the moment is with the 1.8 turbocharged petrol engine. You can also, of course, choose a diesel 1.5, and you can also choose a 1.2, which is a base petrol. But let's talk about this car today that I'm driving, and let's focus on this engine. Now, the ride comfort across the range, whichever engine and gearbox you choose, is quite good. In fact, it's very good, and you'll just enjoy the smooth ride. It doesn't get affected too much by any kind of road undulations, and even at faster speeds, if you're driving up to 110, 120 kph, it remains relatively stable and does offer you a good amount of confidence. So in that department also, it is quite a good package. What you'll also appreciate about this car is, of course, the fact that the steering wheel is very light. And a light steering wheel basically means that people who drive a lot in the city will never feel hassled at all. They'll always enjoy the driving experience because they won't feel tired at the end of a long day. And these are things which a lot of other YouTubers will not tell you, because they'll say that the steering wheel should have been more dynamic, it should have offered you a little more feel, a little more feedback. But to be honest, buyers who are buying these cars don't want heavy steering wheels. They want light steering wheels, and they want steering wheels which will not tire them out at the end of a long journey. So in that sense, I think Hyundai's got the buyer market and the audience that they have completely spot on. What you'll also enjoy about this car is the excellent visibility. Visibility all across is good. The front visibility is very good. You can see the edges of the bonnet line. The visibility from the side view mirrors is quite good, and even the visibility from the middle mirror is quite good. Now, the little bit of that beep which you heard was because I was in the wrong gear, and the gears, the car was telling me to shift up a gear, or shift down a gear actually. So that's why you heard the beep over there, and that's exactly why the hybrid technology is the best in the business. Now, what I like about this technology is the fact that there's no clutch, but of course you can change gears yourself. And this is something which a lot of people who don't want a full automatic will appreciate. And of course, even people who are driving a manual car will appreciate, because they don't want to use the clutch but want to change gears. So that is something which a lot of you who are buying their first car, or maybe just upgrading from a hatchback, will enjoy about this car. Now, the 1.8 turbocharged engine, we've driven this engine before on multiple occasions. A fantastic engine, very smooth, unlike a lot of other 3 cylinders which tend to become a little noisy and a little boomy. This one is really smooth, offers you a very good amount of refinement. And when you're cruising on the highway, because you get 6-speed gearbox, the flexibility of the engine is also greatly enhanced. When you're cruising on the highway doing maybe 90 to 100 kph, the engine is spinning only at a relatively low 2200, 2300 rpm, and that's a big reason why you'll enjoy the extra 6th gear on this car. The other thing that you'll enjoy, as I said, is ride comfort, and you'll also enjoy the punchy motor, because it's a very punchy engine. You'll really enjoy the punchiness of this engine. It revs up all the way to its red line, and that's something which a lot of buyers will really enjoy about this car. Anyways, I don't really find any major issues with this package. The dynamics are good, the chassis balance is good. Well, if in the market for a compact SUV, you want something which offers you good driving dynamics. It offers you a refined set of engines. You can also choose a diesel or a petrol, and it also offers you a plush and very sophisticated interior with the best in terms of the features. Then the Hyundai Venue really is the choice of car for you. It also looks very smart now, and being a Hyundai means that resale values, warranties, after-sales servicing will be taken care of. They really are one of the best in the business when it comes to after-sales support. So you get peace of mind factor as well. So in short, keep this car at the top of your buying list if you're planning to buy a compact SUV. 94 out of 100 in my book for the Hyundai Venue.